Okay guys, so this is going to be my first cooking vlog. Um, these will be held every single Saturday. You guys can tune in and watch me do a recipe from the beginning to the end. They're going to be in place of the Saturday vlog. I'll still probably vlog a little bit in these things, like I'll show you guys me picking up the ingredients and such like that. But mainly they're going to be geared toward me teaching you guys how to cook either in college or just in life in general. They will be easier recipes that someone in college can do because I'm a college student. But I think anybody can definitely benefit from these videos because I definitely, when I started out cooking about a year and a half ago to 2 years ago, I ran into a lot of issues. Like I didn't know how to do things, and I watched a lot of YouTube videos, and YouTube really helped me perfect my personal cooking style that I have now. And I wanted to do the same thing for you guys because YouTube helped me, so I figured I'll help my YouTube community out with the cooking. So yeah, you guys will tune in every Saturday if you feel like it. Watch me work through an entire recipe. If you guys feel like it, throw something down in the comment section of this video. Like, hey Nick, I'd like to see you do this, or I saw this cool recipe, you should check it out. I would love to do your guys' suggestions. Also, if you guys are like vegan or vegetarian out there, I will be doing some of those. So, or if you want to like throw down in the comment section like, hey Nick, I haven't found a really good vegan lasagna recipe, and all vegan lasagnas that I find online really suck and they don't taste good. Would you got mind like trying to toss something together that's on the vegan side of things but still tastes good and doesn't taste like I'm eating like cardboard? Because definitely I've experienced those things too. One of my favorite things to do is to take take like a regular recipe that I know tastes amazing and transform it into a vegan meal, because that really pushes my culinary ability. So yeah, just throw stuff down in the comments. I'll be happy to get to them. Today's going to be a little bit more complex of a vlog in terms of cooking. Like you'll need some specialty gear, but they'll definitely get a little bit more college friendly as the time progresses. Before I get into the ingredient list, let me just throw out two things. One is to perfect the making of Italian sausage, which is what we're doing today. You're going to need one of these things. This is a sausage stuffer. It just makes it easier. My recipe that I give you guys will still be good to make like sausage patties, or if you guys want to form them into links yourself without the casing, that's fine. But if you want to make like the typical sausage where it has the casing, you can like boil it or grill it or however you guys want to prepare it at the end of the day. Then you'll need a sausage stuffer and you'll need hog casings, which I'll show you guys in the ingredients video. Okay guys, first things first, you're going to need your ingredient list. You will need fennel. This is about 0.23 pounds of fennel. You will need pepper. This is about 4 ounces of pepper. You will need salt. This is a lot of salt. This is a pound of salt. You won't need this much salt. Then you're going to need hog casings, sausage casings of some sort. These are about 0.22 pounds of sausage casing. I probably won't use nearly as much as this, but this is what the guy recommended to me. So that's what we have. And then finally, you're going to need your pork. This is only a portion of the pork that I will be using. This is 7.89 pounds. It is coarsely ground, as coarse as they could potentially make it. I got this from Publix. I just had to call and special order it, so not that big of a deal. It was on sale for $1.19 per pound, which is awesome. So I definitely saved some money there. But yeah, it's just as coarse as they can possibly make it, because if you make it too fine of a grind, then it's basically just like paste and it's kind of gross. And you'll get more like hamburger style, if that. So if you want sausage, you need to make it as coarse as possible. And so this is pork shoulder ground as coarse as possible, also known as pork neck, depending on where you get it from. And the last thing that you will need is you'll need some ice. Just to keep the pork cold, we'll mix it in with the pork mixture, just so that you guys, so that your pork doesn't spoil, because you want to keep the meat as cold as physically possible during this entire process. So yeah, we just have some ice cubes. Right now they're kind of hard, but we have just some ice. First things guys, let's go ahead and wipe the thing down, just to keep the surface as clean as possible. Okay, we have a pot. Now we got the pork. Hey guys, so the goal of this process is to keep the pork as cold as possible throughout the entire thing. If the pork gets warm, it starts getting a little sketchy. So we'll try to keep the pork as nice and cold as physically possible throughout the entire process. Let me bring you guys out just a little bit. Tilt you guys forward, just so you guys can see what we're doing. Okay, so let's go ahead and open this pork up. Knife. Okay guys, so if you can see, the pork is very coarsely ground. Sorry about the wobbling. Get this up. So the pork is very coarsely ground. That's just so that when we put it in the sausage casing, it's not going to be like hamburger meat, otherwise that'll be kind of gross. So now let's go ahead and we'll handle the seasoning. So let's do the pepper now. This one's gonna be hard. I wonder if I can just take the top off this thing. Yes, I can. Let's hope I don't get black pepper all up in there. Okay, and then we're gonna do the fennel. Now, fennel's the seed, and you guys get it in sausage a lot. Looks like this. Let me go ahead and take some out. You guys, they're these really tiny seeds. You guys can see. They look like this in a bag. They're decent. They really, if you smell them, they're what give like the Italian smell to sausage, or that like taste. So let's go ahead and get these in here. Okay, now what we're going to do is we're just going to kind of mix this up. Now, I don't really actually use the food processor because I don't want to like get the seeds all messed up, because you want the seeds to be whole. But the nice thing about the food processor is that it has a lid that seals. So now I can go ahead and kind of sort of shake the mixture up. Okay, we have the sausage. Now, we're going to mix this by hand, which is going to suck a little bit, but because this is very cold. But we're also going to want to toss the ice cubes in here right now, just so that the meat stays cold while we're mixing it. Go ahead and grab some ice cubes. The nice thing is that the ice cubes are all are very cold and all broken up, so I'm going to have to like break them up a little bit. So I'm going to go about doing this. They're like one solid block of ice right now. Okay guys, so now we have some ice cubes in there. We're going to let the other ice cubes kind of melt a little bit to make them easier to take off. And then now we're going to go ahead and incorporate a little bit of this fennel salt mixture in here. Okay. And then using the good old-fashioned mixers, we're going to go ahead and mix this stuff up. Okay guys, so we just got done tasting the sausage. It was a little bit salty, so I went ahead and added some water to it. Just a little bit, just to kind of water down the salt. And then there's also ice cubes in it, which will also help. But the fennel and the pepper were spot on, so I'm not too worried about that. So now we're going to go ahead and assemble the sausage maker. It looks like this, as I already showed you in the beginning of the vlog, but it needs to be put together, so I'm going to go ahead and drop you guys down, and we will assemble this thing. It's stainless steel, it weighs about 3 pounds, and it is definitely a heavyweight hitter, because it will basically speed up the entire operation, and probably the only way to do the operation of stuffing these things. Okay guys, so here's the setup. We have the meat sausage maker, kind of pushes the meat through. The casings will slide onto here, which I'll show you in a couple seconds. And then we're going to coil the sausage in kind of a giant coil. We're going to make links as we go, but it'll be in a coil here, and we're going to kind of stack it up so it can go into the refrigerator at the end. And then our casings are here, which you guys just saw me run water through, and I commentaried that. Yeah, so I'm going to go ahead and toss you guys on the big tripod here, and you'll be able to see the entire process as I go through it. The critical thing in this entire process, which I think a lot of people miss, it's definitely going to be the hard part of this, is you got to keep the casings as wet as physically possible on the thing. Otherwise they'll start to rip. The end of it. So as you guys can see, the casings kind of open up like this. They look kind of thin, but they do open up. We're going to go ahead and... The hard part is getting it started. Once it's started, it takes like a couple seconds. So go ahead, put the casing on like this. Okay, so now we got to get the casing. I'm going to move this over here. We got to keep the casing wet as you pull it on. Now the key thing is just not to rip the casing. Slide this forward a little bit. Right now I'm just going to take the meat and I'm going to stuff it into this tube. Go ahead and toss this in here. Whew, this meat is really cold. Those ice cubes are like crushing it. They're doing a great job. Okay guys, so I got the first like length that I want. I want them to be about 6 inches. So what I'm going to go ahead and do is pull just a little bit and then twist. And what that's going to do, it's going to give us a nice cutting point to go ahead and cut the sausage at. Okay, now the key to this is that every other link you make needs to be twisted in the other direction. Otherwise you're going to be untwisting them. Just so you guys know. Okay, so let's get back to it. Okay guys, so I got a decent amount of sausages done right now. I had to re-put the casing on because I ran out of casing. I'm glad I got extra because I think I'm going to run very close to the amount they gave me. So I still have a decent amount of meat left. But we shall see. Been trying to keep the casing as wet as possible so that I don't rip it this time. Fingers crossed. Okay guys, so I finished the sausage. It is all done. Hope you guys enjoyed that little sequence. This is what the sausage looks like, by the way. I have it on this beautiful tray here. So here's the sausage. I'm going to go ahead and I'll cook some of it tomorrow. It smells great. I'm going to cook some of it tomorrow, and then the remainder of it will be sealed into bags and then frozen. Had some water on the tray from condensation. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the first cooking vlog. I definitely enjoyed making it, and my room, just so you guys know, let me go ahead and take you guys off this. My room is back to normal and nice and clean. I sanitized the desk multiple times. I ended up having some extra sausage left over, and I ran out of casing. Good to know for next time. Got to get about probably like half a pound of casing. Just so I have extra, because I did rip a couple, just doing it by myself, but I'm sure if I had another person to like keep the casings wet. But I ended up making, I'm freezing them right now. I ended up making some sausage patties in here. They're like circular. In case I want them for like breakfast, I just wrapped them in parchment paper, tossed them in the freezer, and they'll chill there. And I can just peel one out, I don't know, make a sausage biscuit, something like that if I want to go that route. But yeah, hope you guys enjoyed it. Definitely did, and I will see you guys next Saturday's next Saturday's cooking vlog. I think I might be tackling pizza. Not 100% sure. I also don't know where I'll be because I'll have to be moved out of this dorm by then. So I'll either be at home or in my new apartment for the summer. Not sure. But I'll see you guys then. Also, I'll see you guys, I guess tomorrow technically, in my just standard daily vlog.